Let's talk about jobs at USPS, and particularly, I want to speak to you about a USPS personal vehicle driver and everything you need to know about that job this year. Okay, and we are speaking about actually a pay that goes from $20 all the way to $35 per hour. So that's pretty good. What's the process here? Basically, when you think about USPS personal driver, vehicle driver, you are speaking about a rural carrier associate. Okay, you don't have to actually drive on the rural side. This is just how they call it. So the rural carrier associate, and so this job allows you to have a challenging but also rewarding work environment. Okay, so if you're looking for work that's both rewarding and challenging, then you want to think about a postal service rural carrier associate. They're called the RCA. And the cool thing is you can actually earn from $20 all the way to $35. And so basically, as an RCA, you will have a continuous part-time job with a reliable employer. I mean, USPS is one of the most reliable employers in the nation. So if you are retired, if you are self-employed, if you are an at-home parent, if you are an educator, if you are a night student, or if you are employed on an evening shift schedule, this on-call position could be the ideal job for you. The cool thing about the RCA job is that it is pretty flexible, okay? And RCAs are responsible for the safe and efficient delivery and collection of the U.S. mail, okay? And if you are an RCA, you'll be working part-time when regular carriers have scheduled days off or take vacation days, okay? So you are coming as a substitute, if you will, okay? As an RCA, you also sell stamps, supplies, and money orders. And RCAs perform a vital function in the Postal Service, serving actually thousands of families and businesses in rural and suburban areas while traveling millions of miles daily, okay? So this is important when it comes to recontextualizing the job. You don't have to be on the rural side. You can also be in the suburban geography. But the job can be really rewarding, okay? So becoming an RCA is the first step on the path to becoming a full-time, regular rural carrier with full benefits because RCAs are eligible to bid for these positions after 1 year of continuous service. Let me talk to you about the RCA job facts, okay? The thing is that you basically have variable work hours. And if you're thinking if you want to earn 20 to 35 bucks per hour, and you want to do so with a variable shift, an RCA job is pretty good for you, okay? As an RCA, the good thing is that you are going to replace a regular rural carrier on his or her scheduled day off, primarily Saturday, if the regular rural carrier is on vacation, for instance, or on other leave. It can be maternity leave, it can be paternity leave, so that's really important. And work hours will vary depending on the office and the route to which you are assigned. So that's kind of cool because it gives you flexibility. You must be willing to work weekends and some holidays and be available for on-call employment, okay? Because flexibility is the name of the game, really. You may be assigned to other carriers' routes, increasing the number of hours that you work. But again, you are being paid on an hourly rate. So if they increase your hourly rate, if they increase your shifts in terms of length, that's a lot more money for you. So you do have variable work hours. You also have to account for the fact that you have a physically strenuous work schedule, okay? So this job can be physically strenuous because you begin in the post office, sorting mail in delivery sequence, then using carts and hampers, you take the sorted mail to your vehicle, load it, and deliver the mail along an established route. The route, you have to really follow the route because it's part of, let's say, a logistical value chain that the USPS wants to really monitor big time. So performing these activities may require you to stand for long periods of time, stretch, reach, twist your body, push, pull, and lift and carry up to 70 pounds. This is kind of similar to working at an Amazon warehouse, okay? Think about it, the physical aspect of it, okay? So you have to be fit. You have to be fit. You have to be willing to actually work long hours in a very in certain like sometimes in uncomfortable in uncomfortable postures. Something to think about. So if you are thinking about rural carrier associates, you want to think about a vehicle that's required. And so when I speak about the vehicle required, as an RCA, you are required to use your own vehicle for mail deliveries, and you will receive an equipment allowance in addition to regular pay. So the USPS is actually paying you for the wear and tear, the potential wear and tear that actually is happening on your car. Now, the vehicle needs to be insured, dependable, and in good condition, good working condition. So you have to make sure you have a car that's actually drivable. That's the bottom line, okay? And so vehicles with bucket seats or standard transmission are not recommended. Some offices may provide a postal service vehicle. So this is it depends on your geography. So you can actually have a postal service vehicle or not. And you also have to rely on your excellent driving skills. So if you are an RCA, you are a professional driver. Okay, that's how the law sees you. That's how the USPS sees you. You must have a safe driving record, a valid state operator's license, and at least 2 years of unsupervised driving experience. And you must pass an initial road test to be eligible to work as an RCA. So just remember that RCAs are professional drivers. So in other words, the standard that the USPS is actually aiming for is kind of high. And additional driver training is required and will be provided after you are hired. So it's one of those things where the USPS will see your driving skills, and will either improve them, like upgrade them, help you upgrade them, or just maintain them as they are. You also you have to think about the fact that you have outdoor work. So as an RCA, you deliver mail on back roads as well as on heavily traveled main roads and highways. And mail is actually delivered in all kinds of weather. So you may encounter snow, ice, rain, dust, and mud, right? Depending on the geography where you're at. Usually you will deliver mail from your vehicle, but sometimes you may be required to leave the vehicle to make deliveries. So again, it depends on the geography where you're at. So you just have to be flexible. Let me talk to you about the employment requirement here. So basically, when it comes to the USPS, I want you to think about flexibility, but I want you to think about stability, okay? So USPS is a large labor-intensive organization that actually recognizes employees as its most important asset. And so basically, USPS actually has a lot of preeminent protocols when it comes to worker safety, when it comes to occupational health, let's say safety procedures, okay? So in addition to passing entrance examinations, if you are applying for the RCA position, you must meet the following eligibility requirements. I'm going to put this on the screen here. So you have age at appointment, 18 years of age or 16 years of age with a high school diploma. So it's either a 16 or 18, depending on the state where you're applying at. So in terms of citizenship, you got to be a U.S. citizen or lawful permanent resident alien. So you got to have a green card if you're not a U.S. citizen. In terms of language, you got to have basic competency in English. There are some areas where Spanish fluency can be also helpful, but most of the times English fluency is actually required. And also selective service. So male applicants born after December 31st, 1959 must be registered with the selective service system. Also military service. So veterans must treat military service as prior employment and submit copy of Form DD 214, certificate of release or discharge from active duty. So you have to be honorably discharged. You also got to think about drug screening. So as an applicant, you must undergo a urinalysis during screening to ensure that you are drug-free. You also have to account for medical assessment. So after receiving a job offer, as an applicant, you must consent to a medical assessment to actually determine your ability to perform in the position. Remember, this is a physically exerting position, so the USPS wants to make sure that you are fit. And also, in terms of driving record, you need to have a safe driving record. In terms of employment history, as an applicant, you must provide the names of all employers, including current employers, for the 10-year period immediately preceding the date of application, 10 years. And also a criminal conviction history. So a criminal conviction record check is actually conducted on all applicants for Postal Service employment. Let me give you a summary of the benefits you can actually you can expect if you were to go with the USPS RCA job. Okay, I mean the US RCA job is a think of it as a government job, but with more flexibility. Remember that it's very flexible in terms of the hours. You can be working weekends, you can be working holidays. Okay, you can be working. I mean, in weather that's not really clement. Okay, it's one of those things where you have to really think about it. So while serving as an RCA, you will receive the following benefits. I mean, there are actually five of them, five most important benefits to really account for this year, especially if you are really thinking about, if you're thinking about the RCA as a long-term position. In other words, you want to transition from an RCA associate to a full-time associate, okay? So you have annual leave and sick leave, overtime pay, paid driver training, opportunity to bid on full-time rural carrier position, and opportunity to purchase group health insurance. So let me really explain it a little quickly here. So when I speak about annual leave and sick leave, so when you serve on a vacant route for more than 90 calendar days, or when the regular carrier is on extended leave, you may actually qualify for annual leave and sick leave also. And you have overtime pay for all hours worked in excess of 40 hours per week. You also have paid driver training, so this may actually qualify you for insurance discounts, especially if you are driving a specific, let's say a specific vehicle that has insurance that costs like crazy high amounts. You also have the opportunity to bid on full-time rural carrier positions after completing 1 year of continuous service as an RCA. So if you've been on the job for 1 year, at least 1 year, you can qualify for further for an extended tenure, if you will. You also have the opportunity to purchase group health insurance. You may qualify after 1 year of continuous service. So 1 year is actually the threshold, if you will. So let me talk to you about the best practices here. When you think about the USPS RCA, how do you apply for those jobs in the first place? The thing is, you want to go to the website at usps.com employment/employment. This is where you have to apply online, okay? And so the thing is that there is a process. There is a process, and basically, if you think about RCA, think about a process. And you can also use a touch-tone telephone where you dial 478-757-3199. So go online or just call this number 478-757-3199 and just follow the prompts, okay? You will need the examination announcement number for the geographic area in which you wish to work. And you can get the number from the USPS website or any post office. You need to apply only once, and you will be scheduled for an examination in the area for which you applied. So everything goes by geography. With the USPS, everything goes by geography. This makes sense. We are speaking about a postal job, okay? Now, you have entrance registers, and you also have requests for reasonable accommodation. So entrance registers list applicants for external hiring considerations. They provide a framework of scores from 70 to 100, adding additional points to passing scores for preference eligible veterans. So names actually are arranged in descending order and in descending score order, and the final score consists of the basic examination rating plus any claimed veterans preference points. So that's kind of cool. By law, the cool thing is that preference eligible disabled veterans are listed at the top of the register before other applicants. So there is a certain chronology, there's a certain hierarchy here. And these individuals will be required to submit proof of their Veterans Administration compensation rating. You also have a request for reasonable accommodation. So the Postal Service actually makes reasonable accommodation for known disabilities of qualified job applicants when such assistance is requested. So if you are, let's say, if you are an individual with disability, you can actually request reasonable accommodation. You can place a reasonable accommodation request, and such accommodations typically are provided on a case-by-case basis. So exam scheduling materials actually contain information on how to request an accommodation. So that's really important to really think about, especially when it comes to the availability of exam materials. So let me talk to you about when you think about the USPS in general. I want you to think about a government job, and you have a professional, friendly environment. Okay, it's one of those things where you're not going to. I mean, of course, the job itself is physically straining. That's for sure. But you have a friendly environment. You have the possibility to grow real fast. You have the possibility to be compensated for work you're doing. Right. You can be. You have access to overtime. I want to insist on the fact that you're looking at $20 to $35 per hour, and this is a job that you can actually do on the side. You don't have to do this full time, at least at the beginning. Okay, if you are an RCA, a rural carrier associate, when you start on a part-time basis, but then you can really, after 1 year, you can grow into a full-time capacity. But the cool thing is, Postal Service employees can actually expect a safe and secure working environment. You're speaking about a government agency, and you can actually have a fairness in personnel related matters. That's pretty sure. You do have training, so training possibilities, especially when it comes to operating motor vehicles. You have advancement opportunities, and you also have a diverse workforce. So that's really good in terms of possibilities. So if you're interested in applying and you do not want to do the phone thing or even the online thing, you can actually send your application to the address I'm showing you now on the screen, right? U.S. Postal Service, 475 L'Enfant Place Plaza, Southwest, Washington, D.C., 20260-4250. Again, U.S. Postal Service, 475 L'Enfant Plaza, Southwest. You have Washington, D.C., 20260-4250. So in conclusion to this conversation, I spoke to you about the USPS RCA. How do you apply today? I gave you the process, the best practices, and the conclusion. Thank you so much. God bless you. I'll speak to you another time. Until then, remember, stay marvelous.